upgraded to a flagrant 2.
A matchup between the Indiana Fever and Chicago Sky quickly became one of the season's most intense games. A physical collision on the court immediately raised concerns among players, fans, and analysts watching the action. The incident sparked heated reactions as tensions between the two teams appeared to rise throughout the game. What began as a competitive basketball sequence soon developed into a much larger controversy. Physical play, officiating decisions, and post-game reactions all became major parts of the discussion. The dramatic matchup left fans questioning what would happen when these rivals meet again.
DJ Carrington went to the locker room and tweeted,
Maybe upgraded, I think, to a flagrant.
white privileged. How in the hell is this white privilege when you assaulted a player? Sophie didn't touch you. How is this a race issue? Make it make sense. Because I am definitely confused here, guys. I mean, I am hella confused. How is this a race issue, bro? And then not only that, Sophie Cunningham speaks on the matter. So immediately after the game, y'all know the reporters wasted no time catching up with the Sophster. And a lot of stuff did happen, and I did forget about the
Early in the game, the Indiana Fever looked to establish their presence against the Chicago Sky. Sophie Cunningham received the ball in transition and pushed quickly toward the basket on a fast break opportunity. Cunningham had developed a reputation as one of Indiana's toughest and most physical players. Chicago's DJ Carrington followed closely behind, quickly closing the distance during the play. As the two players approached the basket, the intensity of the matchup became increasingly noticeable. The fast-moving sequence soon set the stage for one of the game's biggest controversies.
And when you mix that in with what the referee said even transpired in the first place, once again.
Yeah, she intentionally seeked out the official.
She intentionally, Caitlin Clark intentionally seeked out an official and used
you were backwards to them. Did you even know they were there in that moment?
And through the forearm.
And through a forearm. So Caitlin intentionally, that's a wild accusation, by the way, not accidentally, intentionally ran in and seeked out an official and threw a forearm, when you can clearly see in real time that Caitlin Clark was literally hip bumped by Natasha Howard while she was mobile. You guys know when you're running, you are in a vulnerable position. Any slight push or anything can really exaggerate your trajectory and where. How is that a forearm extension? Can somebody please let me know, how is this a forearm extension? How is this a forearm extension? Is this a forearm extension to you guys? If anything, that's a backhand extension. But this referee wouldn't know that. I'm telling you, man, this target on CeCe's back is clear as day. But anyways, Caitlin Clark already knew what was going on. As I said, she was a little too confident right here. President Clark, somebody must have told her something. This was my reaction to it.
Sophie Cunningham went toward the basket. DJ Carrington made hard contact that sent her crashing to the floor. The collision immediately shocked players and spectators, turning a routine basketball sequence into a heated moment. Cunningham quickly got back up, and emotions visibly intensified between the two teams. Players and officials moved in as the situation threatened to escalate further on the court. The incident became one of the most discussed moments of the matchup almost immediately. What followed added even more tension to an already highly competitive game.
I hope she's done at the end of this season. I can't believe, I don't care if DJ Carrington played for you in the past. Sophie Cunningham, Caitlin Clark, they are in your locker room right now, and you are defending DJ Carrington. We're going to compare what you had to say, Stephanie White, to the fans, what they had to say about DJ Carrington calling this white privilege. Nasty work, man. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit the bell notification, like the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. We got to get into it, man. Stephanie Dingbat White, bonehead. The lady has no idea what she's doing. She's in over her head. She's way over her head when it comes to this job. She needs to go back to being head coaches of teams that nobody really gives a damn about. And it's that simple. Take a listen to Stephanie White defending DiJonai Carrington. This is disgusting. If I'm Sophie Cunningham, I'm pissed. My mouth was bleeding. She tried to take my head off, and you at the podium talking about, oh, you don't think it was on purpose. What?
And also there was, for Steph, there was Sophie's flagrant foul from DiJonai. Just what was your reaction to that? And just your thoughts on what happened?
Yeah, I mean, look, it was a hard foul. I don't think that DiJonai intentionally came out to get her across the neck. Like.
What are you talking about? What are you just have your team's back, bruh. When do you have your team's back, Stephanie?
After getting back to her feet, Sophie Cunningham reacted angrily and confronted Carrington before teammates intervened. Players from both teams quickly separated the two, preventing the confrontation from becoming even more serious. Officials then worked to restore order as tensions continued to rise inside the arena. The physical exchange became a major talking point among fans and sports commentators after the game. Both teams faced increased scrutiny over how the incident was handled during the heated matchup. The controversy added another dramatic chapter to the growing rivalry between Indiana and Chicago.
At all. She was ejected from the game. It was a flagrant 2. The refs got it right. Don't worry. They'd fuck that up later. I mean, I can't give them credit. How about this, folks? This is me, yours truly. Follow me on the Twitter, @Rhodes How about this, folks? Quote, white privilege with your blonde hair. Yeah, culturally appropriating Sophie Cunningham's hair? Oh, that's a bad look. I'm just pointing that out. Now, I tagged the WNBA in this @WNBA. This feels like a threat against the Indiana Fever. DiJonai tweets out 8:23 with a smile. Now, again, that's the next time they play, folks. What you gonna do on 8:23? What's going down 8:23 at Kathy Engelbert, @W? You got your ears on? That sounds a whole lot like its own site. Its own site. Clay Travis, blatant racism on the foul in the tweet. She should be thrown out of the league for the rest of the year. But it's the WNBA, so she would probably get a 5-year contract extension. Yeah. The league just...
Officials immediately went to the replay monitor to review the controversial contact from multiple camera angles. After examining the footage, the referees determined that the foul warranted a flagrant penalty and Carter was ejected. The incident remained tense even after Carter left the court, with social media reactions quickly adding another dimension to the controversy. Cunningham later explained that she believed the contact was unnecessary and defended her decision to stand her ground. Indiana coach Stephanie White offered a more measured assessment, saying she did not believe the contact was intentionally directed at Cunningham's neck. Her comments surprised some supporters who expected stronger criticism of the opposing player's actions. Chicago coach Tyler Marsh also faced questions about the incident and said he had not yet reviewed the replay. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark became involved in another controversial officiating moment later in the game. Her technical foul was eventually rescinded after league officials reviewed the footage and determined that the contact with the referee was accidental. The chaotic matchup left fans debating the foul, officiating, coaching responses, and the growing rivalry between the two teams.